Basis loaded bottom of the ninth. I'm gonna make one of the realest videos ever that can help and save men all around the world, from Michigan all the way to Finland. And I'm gonna say this again, I'm making content that's gonna help people all around the world, from North Dakota all the way to South Dakota, meaning everywhere. You guys have to understand, I had somebody call me and they say times are hard, times are crucial, I pay you back on Wednesday. Now, this particular person in the past has showed a lot of financial love towards me, my come up, and my movement. So at the end of the day, I would not loan this person money. Now, he only wants $60. I would not loan this person $60 that shop with me and probably spent over $500. Now, I'm gonna tell him, don't make this a reoccurring thing because he has good credit. So this is how I know that he's really in a tight situation, because when you have good credit, you can always get a loan from the bank. Bank of America, I'm dropping gems on this video. They have a program where if you have a hardship, you can get a one-time $500 hardship. Now, before I get back into this topic, this was me enjoying my YouTube check before I had got demonetized. I got the penthouse in Vancouver. It was $500 a night, you feel me? But I'm living, you feel me? And look at this beautiful view. Now, with that being said, I hustle hard. So the reason I don't loan out money is because I feel that if I loan you money, in my mind, I feel that you don't deserve the money, but I don't really want to see you fall and hit rock bottom. So I'll loan it to you, but I never really wanted to loan you money. I don't loan out money. I don't. Since I've been alive, I probably loaned out money to about 3 people, and each individual, they all turn around and act super nasty. Shout out to Jamaica. They have a problem. They have a proverb. If you try to feed a hungry dog, it will turn around and bite you. If you try to feed a meager dog, you know, a dog that looks sick, if you try to turn around and feed it, it will bite you. So I don't loan money out. But I had a conversation with the guy. I told him, I said, you need to create content. You know how many people that are around me that don't create content and they're always talking about YouTube? This is why I'm sharing this with you guys. Once again, shout out to I Need Some Understanding. Shout out to YS East. Shout out to CMD Comics. You know, shout out to Ground Life Productions. You guys have to understand, these guys create content. Sooner or later, these guys are receiving checks. Nice checks, great checks. And guess what? I'm not recouping anything from their checks. So that means all their money will be going to their pockets. Everybody put a TP in the chat for their pockets. I don't recoup. I'm not a record label. I don't say I'm taking 20% of your earnings like DDG. I don't do that. Anybody that I put on, when they eat, it's going to their pockets. But people around me, they don't create content. So what happens is they view me as a YouTuber. They see me dropping all these videos I just posted on the post. And that's the reason I said this is the first and the last time I just posted on the post. We just cleared 1,000 on this page. I just got monetized in revenue and we're going up. Then I got the call, I need $60. This man, his credit is amazing. He could go to the bank and get it. But the reason I'm going to give it this time is because he actually shot with me and bought a lot of merchandise. I know him personally, and on the come up, he was definitely very instrumental. So I would not loan him this money. I will give him this $60 and tell him to keep it and encourage him to do content. But if he comes back again, I will tell him no. And tough love is the best love. I don't care what anybody says. Tough love is the best love. If anything, I don't call and ask him for money. And I feel my friends, I love my friends, I love my family. And I don't ask my family, my friends, or anybody. I don't even ask my subscribers that will give if I ask. I don't even ask my subscribers for money. I tell you guys, earn everything, beg for nothing. If you're calling somebody's phone for $60 in an emergency, he doesn't even have Cash App. He's gonna ask somebody to use their Cash App. Listen, a lot of these guys are talking to women. I'm gonna tell you, from the experiences of people that I loaned money to, they were on dating apps like Bumble. They were dating single mothers. They were paying single mothers' bills. They're really in too deep. When it's all said and done, I don't want sympathy, but when I did my documentary, we went monk mode. Everybody put triple M in the chat. To a lot of people that wasn't around for the documentary, we went monk mode. We call ourselves the monk mode maniacs. But we did not go around women at all. At all. We didn't go around women at all because we did the monk mode. You got two forms. You got semen retention. These are the guys, they get their magical mystic superpowers and they make female attraction videos. I went to aisle 7. She wanted me to hit it in aisle 7, but I said I got to skate. So I went to aisle 8, follow the wordplay. No. We didn't make content like that. Semen retention is a scam. You got guys out here, they want to be famous, so they use semen retention for fame. They don't really care anything about you. I really cared about the people. I said, let's go monk mode. Let's go to the hyperbolical time chamber. This is the Hunger Games. Only the strongest going to survive. And we did. While everybody passed away, we survived. Because we realized it's the Hunger Games. We went monk mode. I just want to tell you guys, stay away from women if you don't have money. It doesn't even matter if it's family members. I got 2 female cousins that are graduating and I'm sending money to them because at the end of the day, these are family members I know, not because of last name, and they're younger. And I believe kids don't deserve drama that their parents cause. But I got 2 female cousins that are graduating back to back. And I'm glad to give to them. And guess what? They didn't ask. And that's the type of giving I like. I like to give to people who don't ask. I will buy a person a Urus if they are the purest. And I'm gonna say this again, I'm the type of person, but now that I'm gonna come up, I'm good because things are changing. But if I'm the type of guy, if I had a friend, if he was the purest, I will buy him a Urus. And speaking of friends, I will honestly say, there's one person, like I know somebody that I grew up with. Like if I ever had to feel like I want to bless somebody with a Lamborghini, I know exactly who I bless with a Lamborghini. I'm that type of guy. So at the end of the day, I don't loan money out. And I feel that you shouldn't loan money out. At the end of the day, every man got to hold it down on the front lines. We make this content. People listen, they share, they subscribe, but they still need money. And I'm going to say this again. They listen, they share, they subscribe, but they still need money. Before I finish this video, this was my view. This is my view, and you feel me? The view is getting recouped. It was 500. Now I might run a couple videos with this view. I might recoup the view. But when it's all said and done, this is Vancouver, Canada, in the penthouse. I didn't ask anybody, yo, you think I could borrow 500 so I could go to the penthouse? No. You think I hit any chicks up? So what's up, baby girl? How you feeling? You feeling good? Let me hold 500 so I could drop this content. You heard? That's how a lot of these guys are living. They're living like pimps. They're going city to city and they're borrowing money. I'm not going to live my life like that. And when people around me live like that, now things can happen. But at the end of the day, this is why I'm sending it, because I know this guy for a while and he never asked to borrow money. But my main thing is, I asked him, why are you not creating content? It's crazy how many people watch YouTube, they laugh on YouTube, they cry on YouTube, they eat while watching YouTube, they cross their feet while watching YouTube, they listen to the beat while watching YouTube. At the end of the day, they watch people chef it up, they watch people cook and eat while watching YouTube, but they don't create channels. And I don't want to scratch my head, but I'm telling you guys, go from the subscriber to the content creator. And a lot of you guys, 10,000 will really change a lot of the nonsense that you're going through. And I'm not trying to put a dollar amount, but I'm just saying from experience. When you start to clear 10,000, that your forklift job is not giving you a triple overtime, then you could create content all day. I'm dropping gems because people need help and I'm here to help. I'm working 24/7 breaking news. Once you start to make 10 grand a month, you could become a full-time YouTuber because unless you buy a stupid purchase that's 8,000 a month, 10,000 should be able to get you in any studio, any background, any one bedroom apartment with 10,000. Then after 10,000, you can eat how you want to eat, drive what you want to drive, and be able to create content all day. If you really want to make money on YouTube, you need to at least be dropping content videos for at least 12 hours a day. If you really want to run it up. I'm trying to teach people how to run it up. I'm not at that point yet, but the goal is to get to that point. I was once there and I got to get back. That's life. I don't complain. At the end of the day, we move through the pain. And I'm going to say this again. I don't complain. I move through the pain. But with that being said, once you make 10K a month and you're going to gradually go up, once you're at 15, 20, at that point, you can create content all day. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. And it's crazy how people will work 12 hours on a job, but they wouldn't put 12 hours in of content. That's going to pay you 10x more. And I'm going to say this again. It's crazy how people will work 2 to 3 jobs, 12, but they won't drop 12 hours of content. When it's all said and done, do not let anybody play you just because you have money. The person that I'm talking about, they have good credit. I told them, just go to the bank and take out a personal loan. But 9 out of 10, when you're getting money, I feel like kids are cool. Like my nieces, they like 6, they 7, they 8. If they graduate, I'll probably throw them 100 or 150. They kids, you feel me? You know what I mean? But we're talking about adults here. And that's the problem. A lot of adults, they never truly grow up, and they shoot movies like Baby Boy on purpose because it's like they want you to be a boy forever. And I'm like, no, man, not at all, man. You cannot be a boy forever. You gotta grow up. People with good credit should not ask to borrow money. And I find that's the common denominator. I had one problem when I was in a penthouse. A person that I mentored, they asked me to borrow $1,000, but they had good credit and I fell for it and I'm not falling for it anymore. Now the last person, a couple people that asked me for money that didn't have good credit, I loaned them money, but they didn't have good credit. I feel like if you have good credit, you have leverage. And that's why I got to drop real content. Get your credit right. If you have good credit, the banks will throw money at you. They're not even going to hand it. They're going to throw money at you because you have good credit. Get your credit right. And then you don't have to ask friends or family members for money, because what happens is when people ask you for money, they think because you're getting it. My main thing is let's all get it. And I'm going to say this again. Let's all get it. Let's all create channels. Let's all get it. And I'm going to say this again. Let's all create channels. Let's all get it. I'm outside with this video. I had to come outside with this video. Somebody catch a gems. If the birds catch a gem, the birds, they're going to realize I'm not going to loan out bird food. You don't have to loan money to people with good credit. You have to steer them in the right direction. Tell people with good credit, go to the bank. You got a lot of emergency assist programs at banks. If you live in America, 10 out of 10, somebody has a bank. So encourage them to go to the banks and tell them about programs. And this is how we truly help our friends, because they might not know the information, but to call me for $60 and you have to use somebody cash apps and you have good credit and you make money, I feel like you are in, like that right there. I feel like women are involved in the background. You have to understand 9 out of 10 men that mess with women, they feel they have to spend. And then after they spend, then they realize I don't have money for a cheeseburger. A lot of guys, they don't even have money to eat after they leave relationships. That's why they have hatred towards women, because they invested so much capital in women that are not around. I'm here to tell you, and this is why I'm showing you this penthouse of Vancouver, Canada. I might use it for many more slides for inspiration. This is how you could arrive in a city. Let it breathe.